Okay, so this is a comparison between two of the biggest action figures of all movie time and the way that action movies copycat each other. This compares Jason Bourne with James Bond, and let's see how their movies are similar. First, the dirt bike, and it looks something like this. In Jason Bourne's movie, he steals a dirt bike and then he drives through the city doing serious cool stuff like that you just saw, and then he drives up the stairs, and that's also very difficult to do, and whoa, he jumps. It's also very, very cool. It makes Jason Bourne character look awesome. Well, Bond, he tries his hand at it too, see, because he just stole a motorcycle, and now he drives through town on his little dirt bike, but he doesn't do really fancy stuff except maybe talk on his cell phone while he drives. It's that one-handed drive thing. So I think they sort of copycatted each other, and because the Bond movie came out later, then that means the Bond writers stole the idea from the Jason Bourne writers, because it looked cool when Matt Damon was doing it, but the other Daniel dude, it didn't look as awesome. Now this next segment is called the Big Jump plus Land on the Table segment, which means that after every big jump you have to fall onto something, preferably a table, which is what happens in Jason Bourne and James Bond's case. Check this out. Here is the big jump, and he lands on this table there, you see, with a nice tablecloth mom. And now Bond wants to do it too, so he jumps, and soon after he falls on this little wood table, and he seriously hurts himself, but that's okay. He's a superhero. He can just get up and run the pain off, right? No pain, no gain. And now the next segment is coming up, and I'm sure you're excited to wonder what it is, because I wonder what it is too. I've actually forgotten what I have here. Oh yes, I remember this. This is called the bathroom kill plus sink. Now, as you know, in two of the latest movies, in Jason Bourne's latest movie and James Bond's latest movie, they both kill bad guys in the bathroom, which is an awesome place, I guess, to kill people. But not only do they kill in the bathroom, but they also end up breaking the sink. So I want to show a comparison, beginning with Jason Bourne. Awesome character. Here's his sink experience. Look, he gets kicked around the bathroom, and there you notice the sink is intact. It's an innocent bystanding sink. It did nothing to deserve crack. All of a sudden, bad guy is thrown against it, and it's broken. You can actually hear the sound effect. And look, see, it's on the floor. It's broken. But later on, miraculously, there it is. It's intact, even though the bad guy is dead. So I guess Jason Bourne knows how to fix sinks as well as tear them apart. Well, Bond tries his hand at this too. This was the first Bond movie. He beats this guy up at this bathroom. He gets really, really mad, and he starts kicking him around and crash. He breaks something there. And then the bad guy, he actually has his turn. He pulls a gun, and watch this. See that sink? Bye-bye sink. He shoots, and so he breaks the mirror. And I guess they just go on this breaking spree whenever they're in a bathroom. They're worse than teenager girls, if you know what I mean. And then the next segment is, oh yes, this segment is cool. Use non-weapons as a weapon. This is a big segment because usually in the older super agent movies, they would only use guns and knives and weapons as weapons. But what happens here is that these new agents, they're using objects that you wouldn't normally think you could use to kill people. So they're using non-weapons as weapons. Here's what I mean. Jason Bourne is a great example of that. In all three of his latest movies, for example, the first, he uses a big pen, yes, a pen, to stab this guy and eventually kill him. It's very, very crazy. I didn't know you could do that with a big pen, but now I do. And then in the second movie, he gets so aggravated in this fight with this one guy that he grabs this magazine that's laying on the table. Again, the table. And he grabs this magazine and he rolls it up, and then he uses it to hit the guy with. And the guy's like, ouch, that smarts. Stop it already, Matt Damon. But, of course, he ends up dying. All because of the rap tape. And then in the latest movie, again, Matt Damon's rolling around on the floor, and he picks up a book. Check this out. Yeah, a book, seriously. And he goes after the guy with the book, and he hits him on the toe, and then he hits him on the face, and then he starts hitting him against the face, and the guy's like, okay, that hurt that time. Well, Bond was not to be outdone, so Bond had to do his little use non-weapon as weapon idea. So in Quantum of Solace. See that vase there with flowers? Yes, he's going to throw the vase at the guy. So instead of using a weapon, hey, just use the vase right there. It's gone. And then they're rolling around on the floor and they're beating each other up. And James Bond grabs this black bookie thing. I don't know what it is, but he like, bah! Oh, against Guy's face. That must have really hurt. And that was using non-weapon as the weapon. And now this next segment that is coming up is, I'm very for. Oh yes, rooftops. Rooftops is actually very significant because in the third Jason Bourne movie, there's this incredible sequence where Jason Bourne runs across these rooftops and through people's clothes hanging out to dry. And it's really, really cool because it had never been done before except for on Matrix #1, which is where Trinity is also running across the rooftops, and also on Crouching Tiger, Leaping Dragon. It was also done there, but we'll ignore those two samples. So anyway, Jason Bourne runs across the rooftops, as you're seeing here, only he's being chased by the police, and he's excuse me, having a grand old time running through all these cement things, not worrying about ruining anybody's backyard or all that. And he looks cool doing it because he's wearing black clothes. And you'll notice James Bond also wears like black polo shirts. Well, anyway, here is the Bond sequence where he also tries to look really awesome running across a rooftop, only he's running after a guy. And see, it's made out of these clay roof things, and so he's breaking them quite a bit. And it's a lot of the same angles that you saw on the Jason Bourne idea. So, I guess in all, that just goes to prove that there's nothing new under the sun, and that even in the vast creativity that is Hollywood, with the vast overpaid actors and the overplayed characters, which are the superheroes, which we adore, there is some copycat. My name is Bond. Copycat Bond. Thank you for watching. This is Daniel Gardner's movie critique. Late in the night. Yes. Fare thee well. So long.